All right, well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I'm coming at you here tonight, just hitting 8 p.m., and we've got a little bit of breaking news. I've been working on this sort of for a couple hours. I want to give full credit to the lead with this, and that's to All Lions, and that's John Macaron. As some of you guys may or may not know, a social media post or photo, I should say, has leaked. And that is of Brian Branch. And as you're probably telling from the thumbnail for this video, if you're clicking on it, Brian Branch at the NFL draft was seen talking to Terrion Arnold. Now, not a big news flash there. Obviously, both of them played in college at Alabama. What is a news flash? And a lot of unknown. I've tried to do some diving in, trying to get people to confirm the extent of this. But Brian Branch, as you can see in the photo, in the thumbnail, and if you want to Google it, you can find it also, is in a walking boot. He's had surgery on his left ankle, and you can see he's got one of the little scooter things helping him get around. This in itself may not exactly be doom or gloom for the Detroit Lions. It may not be anything big at all until we find out what the surgery is for and the extent of it, along with the recovery time. But I also say we're also dealing with Kirby Joseph, as most of us probably are aware that, hey, Kirby Joseph just had hip surgery, and this expected recovery places him basically end of July, early August. So yes, in the midst of training camp. How much is this going to impact the Detroit Lions secondary for the upcoming season? Is this the first big moment of concern for Detroit Lions fans? I guess all that will have to be speculation at this point until we find out more information on Brian Branch. Last year in his rookie year, I think all of us get, there was a lot of projections and conversations about Brian Branch moving and playing safety. But MCDC and Aaron Glenn decided to limit him to just playing the cornerback spot. They felt it would be best for him as a rookie to focus on one particular area versus multiple areas. Now that we know that the Lions have planned and come out publicly and talked about for about a month, Brian Branch emerging as one of their safeties who still plays some nickel slot. You know, this is probably going to put a little bit of a monkey in the wrench, I guess you could say, about any potential move there. Could it slow down his growth and development? Absolutely, depending on the length of recovery from whatever the injury is. So again, giving all full credit to All Lions and them getting on this. I tried to get on a little earlier today with the story. I even thought about holding it for the morning. I was like, nah, the Dew crew and everybody who watches, if they want this information, they want it now. They won't want it later on. So my personal opinion, as a coach, this is not ideal at all. Your top three corners, one of them is healthy at the, safeties, your top three safeties, one of them is healthy right now. And that individual, Ife Melifanu, is dealing with a history of injuries. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Could it be nothing with Brian Branch? Absolutely. Obviously enough for him to be in a walking boot and on a scooter. But until we find out more information in the Lions, Allen Park, they're all very tight-lipped on it. They have not come out and tried to address it in any way, shape, or form. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And then my question, probably like all of us have speculated on since we learned about Kirby Joseph's hip injury and surgery, is how is this going to impact him? You've already heard me talk about him, that I think as far as the expected secondary personnel that will be out there, he's one of the ones that I would have the biggest question mark about playing predominantly man-to-man coverage. Great single high safety, zone reader, breaks on the ball incredibly well. Man-to-man coverage, he's got at least some question marks to me. And you add on the hip recovery, the surgery recovery on the hip, on top of it, that's probably going to slow down his core, his midsection, and his ability to be effective, at least for a while until he fully recovers. So I'm not hitting the panic button. I'm not, jumping on board and saying this is anything more than just noteworthy at this point. So some of you, I get, are going to come at me and throw rocks and stones and talk bad about my mama for getting this news out there. But that's part of the job of reporters, get the news and let you, the viewer, digest it how you choose. I would say it's not an ideal setup by any means. But again, moment of caution here. Wait until we get more information on Brian Branch and to see how Kirby Joseph recovers from his hip injury. So let's see what you guys have to say. I'm not going to make this a long video. It is after 8 o'clock at night. Chrome, yo, do you do Chrome? Hatman, hey, Dan, how's it going? It goes well. How about you, Hatman? Moonscar, exclamation point. Hey, bro, give Brad a call and come to the Lions. There you go. Fair enough. Hatman, I just seen this about an hour ago. Yeah, and I know the initial story, and it's gone through a few edits since I first read it. couple hours ago. I tried to make some calls, but, unfortunately, while trying to do my other jobs, can't always get on things in a prominent, timely manner. I was really hoping I would get some more information from somebody to come on and say, hey, it's just this, or it's not a big deal. They just cleaned something up or whatever. But nobody really came out and said anything. So I eventually said, I got to make I guess you say an editor's choice, and we're going to run with it. All right, JDC, hi all. Hey, JDC, hopefully you're doing okay. Moonscar, what happened, Hatman? Question mark. We're going to have to educate some Rams fans tonight again. There you go. Moonscar, JDC, we missed you this morning. We did, man. Everybody was asking about you. Hatman, hey, JDC, missed you this morning. Hatman, hey, Moonscar, yes, we will. There we go. JDC won't be here on Wednesday and Thursday. I work during the show. Fair enough, man. It happens, man. Sometimes work happens. 9 drinks. Woo! And thumbs up. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. We're like 9 subs away from hitting 6,600. So if you can help out with that, that'd be great. Also, as 9 drinks says, hit the thumbs up button. Walt, hope he heals fast. We need him. Also, hit that like button, please. Help coach. Yes, thanks for that, Walt. Yeah, my biggest thing, Walt, and just being totally selfish here with Brian Branch, is I get they want to limit him from overloading his plate as a rookie. But now they clearly want to go into this offseason and try to help him progress and become a safety/cornerback, without knowing what's going on with that apparent left ankle or foot. I guess it could be as well, since he's in a walking boot. It's all speculation. Could he be back next week? Sure. Could he be back a month from now? Also sure. The good thing is, if it's not a huge recovery time, he should be okay by training camp. But again, we don't know what's going on yet, so we're all having to guess and figure out what's going on. Then he added in Kirby Joseph's recovery as well. It's one of them. I think, hey, all right, fine, we'll bring him along slowly and nurse him. Both of them, I think that's where the question mark's going to become. Dr. Troy, I'm not panicking. No, not until we get more information. Moonscar, thumbs up, JDC, 100%. Brent, Brad, and MCDC knew it. Draft reflects it. Fair, I'm sure they were aware of it, 100%. Hatman, I got my woo. I got my woo shirt and Mahler mug today, and I love them. Yeah, and thanks for the text about that too. So I'm glad you like them, and yeah, I got to show that to Jen. 9 drinks. Oh crap! How did this happen? I don't know. I can't think of anything to deal with a foot or ankle for Brian Branch. Maybe, I take that back. He did have some ankle topics throughout the season, but he always played through them, especially early in the season. But again, I'm just guessing what's going on. I don't have any kind of corroborating information on Brian Branch. I think we all know about Kirby Joseph, though. All right, Dr. Troy, your mama is so. There you go. Hatman, unexpected JDC. There you go. Unacceptable. Excuse me. 7. Give me Dr. Detroit 7 wins. There you go. Smiley face from Dr. Detroit. Walt, hips heal quicker than foot or knees. That I don't know. So I don't have any frame of reference for that. I just don't. In all the years I've coached, never really had kids have tons of hip injuries, ankles, feet, knees, backs, elbows, stuff like that. Yeah. Trumps, what do you got? Woo! There you go. Trump's, maybe it's bone spurs. Could be something real simple. Could have been a totally innocent cleanup procedure. Not a big deal at all. And again, anybody watching, I'm not saying what it is because I have no clue what it is. Keep that clear. All right, JDC, Motor City Dew Crew, for life, my friend, for life. Moonscar, I think Branch will be fine. We are good with giving some healing time into the season. Yeah, 100%. Got some depth now, so just got to avoid further injuries. So let's all put a little prayer out there. I'll go with that 100%. Revenge, what do you got, Dan? Do you think we should sign someone for security? I guess I would say this, Revenge. I would go probably a month or so. But the closer you get to July, you figure about halfway, 3 weeks into July, that's when training camp happens. If these guys, if you're the front office and you feel like they're slow in recovery or whatever, you probably do have to look to make a move. But again, without knowing more information about Brian Branch, it's all speculation on my part. Let's wait and see. Bo, woo, 100%. And good evening to you, Bo. Yeah, let's see. Ed, what do you got? I think we'll be all right. Yeah, assuming we've got time for them to all heal up, assuming nothing's dragging out, slow recovery, should be fine. But again, we don't know what's going on with Brian Branch, at least. Bo Hutch hurt his hip last year. He did on that big hit too. The lower leg too. Walt had mine done back to normal 2 months. Fair enough. Well, then hopefully, especially being a younger player, in shape athlete, you should be okay. All right, guys, I'll go ahead and get out of here. See you all in the morning for the Dew Crew, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., the Lions Talk Live morning show. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Need 9 more subs to hit the magical 6,600 mark. Also, if you enjoy the video, hit the thumbs up. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you all in the morning on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody.